another side of the city where, as all the rest of the madness of the other games that we've played has been going on, some society has been preparing for the New York Met Gala, which is the event of the season. There are celebrities, philanthropists, there are all kinds of uh, criminals here as well, like heads of the of criminal organizations that are rubbing shoulders with the fancy fashionistas and anyone that is rich enough to be invited as a guest here, which I don't believe any of our characters. Well, Karnak's kind of got some royalty.
I'm just rich, but my role is a bit different.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second as we open here on the Met Gala with people in crazy dresses and like fancy suits as they are making their way up the red carpet, and there are banks of paparazzi on like either side that are just there's a constant uh, like the flashing and sounds of shutters going off as there are news teams here. You can see that the Daily Bugle has got a news truck sitting outside, and there are uh, lights on this building, which is in Central Park. I should point out that the Metropolitan Museum of Art is right there in in Central Park. So they are really uh, you can see like the gazebos outside and it goes all the way up onto the rooftop. But as we arrive, some of you will be working security, and I'm sure the paparazzi would be hanging out near this Juggernaut, as you have been tasked with uh, checking people's like basically standing at the front door. You are the bouncer for this event. Many celebrities have been coming up to you and asking to take a selfie with you, or uh, you are pretty well known yourself, but you have been told to stand at the end of the red carpet and look imposing and stop any trouble that might break out. But what do we see from the Juggernaut? How is he dressed, and what do we see as he's been working here tonight?
Well, the Juggernaut, since he is told to be like the security or the bouncer or whatever he is dressed up in his fine red gear, like full gear. Though since he is like at a gala, he had put like a little what do you call them, a
Bow tie.
butterfly or yeah, a bow tie on.
Yeah, he's looking sufficiently fancy as streams of like celebrities come walking past you, and you will see. Yeah, is there anyone in the crowd that you think like Juggernaut might be looking out for, or no, either nervous of or excited to see? It's not often he gets to uh, join high society.
I'm pretty sure he will have an eye out for bald guys, considering his stepbrother is like bald.
Yeah, so you've heard that uh, there are probably going to be a lot of people invited that may include some of the X-Men, and particularly uh, Charles, as you kind of watch, dreading that the X-Men might arrive. Karnak, I think we will go to you as I believe you would be here as a guest, unless I'm mistaken. What do we see as Karnak makes his way up the red carpet?
He'd just be in his regular, like he wouldn't be like any fashionista or anything. You see, like his standard clothes with his hoodie above his head, just trying to play a low profile. And he's here pretty much basically to see the new meta-human. He was called out by the shield to see if that's something that humans need to be worried of or nothing, but also to see like the technology behind it as well. We can try to understand it.
So hold up, is he headed down the red carpet in a hoodie, or is he like trying to go in with the sort of staff?
He'd probably just like walk not on the red carpet, but like on the side. Just he'd leave the spotlight and he just move in the shadow, not shadows, but like low profile, just on the
Well,
side.
this may be one of the most difficult places in the world to go low profile, so I'm going to ask for a roll, as there are literally cameras everywhere. and you will have a rather large bouncer that you're going to need to get past. But I will ask you to please make an agility check, and I'll say you've got an edge on this because Karnak would be able to sort of plot a path.
Right. That would be 19.
A 19, yeah, you definitely. It's like very efficient. You just make your way through, avoiding these banks of photographers, and you will have to pass Juggernaut though, as he is blocking the only entrance. As Juggernaut, you will see Karnak approach and is definitely not dressed for the occasion.
Hey, hoodie down. Show me your face.
No need to be afraid, big guy. I'll put my hoodie down. I'm here as a guest. I just don't like the spotlight.
Oh.
May I pass?
You may pass.
Yeah, what do we actually see is I mean, I don't know if everyone's familiar with Karnak, but he's quite a visual under that hoodie.
I mean, I don't know if just his face is a little bit, how should I say, descriptive, I guess, and also his eyes most of the times.
Yeah, he's covered in face tattoos, right?
Yeah, or like the green face tattoos, and also his eyes are most of the time glowing white as he practices and his mind and body. But yeah, you would see like just a bunch of tattoos going around his face. And when he speaks to you, he wouldn't really be looking at you, but like kind of sort of through you, I guess. So you wouldn't really like think that he's watching at you specifically.
Wait a second. Those tattoos. Are you a wizard?
Not a wizard.
Good. I hate wizards.
Don't we all? Well, anyhow, I suppose you're making me trouble, so keep a good eye on others. Just get my hoodie up and we'll pass through you.
As Karnak heads inside, and the the crowds continue moving into the Met. We will see nearby. I'm not sure if he'd be in the crowd or maybe already inside, waiting for the doctor. Uh, it's up to you. He's either watching this from like a vantage point or is in the crowds. But where would we see Aguilar? And can you describe the character for us, seeing as we've never met this one before?
He will be, well, probably some sort of a vantage point. Hopefully, not too far from the doctor herself. He is a, well, looks like a Latin American man, wearing a suit, and he has some, well, interesting looking scars around his face, and his eyes glow constantly.
Yeah, from up on your vantage point, you would have. Yeah, how does his vision work? Is that I assumed he had some sort of cybernetic thing, but I know he's got enhanced. Um, you can
Heightened
describe
sense.
how he would see this, but Dr. Voss's limo would be pulling up at this point, and uh, you would see that it is a white limo that has shown up, and there are all the all the cameras are pointing towards them, but you know that the VIP is in that limo. That's what you've been waiting for.
He has like his phone out with the guest list, and he like zooms in on all the people coming and like scrolling, making sure that they are who they seem they are. But his attention shifts to the limo when it arrives. Like he has a camera zoom in his eye.
We see that kind of heads-up display for a moment as it zooms in and the limo rolls up. You can make an ego check for me to, or actually a vigilance check, as you were trying to make sure that everyone is who they say they are. Just give me a moment.
Oh my god.
Could have gone for the middle.
Well, only a 13.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. At your rank, that is a success. As yeah, not a very good one. You do as you're looking through, it seems like everyone checks out, except uh, it's like it's hard to tell, but you find an article of some of these celebrities that are supposed to be out of town this weekend. Like it seems like they probably rushed back here or just got here on a flight, but there's quite a few guests on the list that are in the news somewhere else in the world. But as you are pulled away from that and see the limo, you will see the limo door opening as the just cameras firing, all these flashes firing as a doctor steps up, also dressed to the nines as is tradition here, but followed behind a very wide figure in bald head, wearing a white suit, as you see Kingpin get out next to him. I'll put them down a second when I found it. Yeah, that one I actually do have a token for. This is Dr. Ilara Boss. As you know that she's the one of the guest speakers tonight, and is rolling up with the uh, oh yeah, who I suppose we're establishing in this moment is the mayor of New York. We're going with that story now.
Okay.
Why not? to look at King. Okay. Okay, so as the two of them get out of the limo and start making their way up the red carpet, they stop to take some photos, and then as they are approaching you, Juggernaut, uh, you see her eyes kind of light up for a second, and she goes, "Oh, no, uh, are you really the Juggernaut?" It's like,
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
yeah, the Kingpin standing next to her goes, "Watch your words on the lady, Mr. Marco." He goes, "Oh no, it's okay. That's his catchphrase. Uh, could we take a picture?" I, I mean, I've got some friends that are not going to believe this.
Hmm. Sure, sure.
Yeah, she'll go and stand next to you. It's like she's tiny compared to you, and Kingpin kind of stands on the other side as she looks just like, uh, I mean, as it is on the map right now. But as she turns, the paparazzi take some photos, and then she will thank you and uh, make their way inside. Kingpin will stop to give you a little bit of a glare after your previous comment, but um, he will continue in, and the rest of the crowds will follow in not long after, meaning that you won't have to stand out here for too much longer. You'll be able to head inside as well, Joe. But as we head inside, again, a little bit theater of the mind. I'm not going to put all those tokens down, but uh, you head into a grand ballroom where there are chandeliers, like too many chandeliers. If really, there is some art on the walls, and it looks like it is. Uh, there's like a champagne tower, uh, and they are. Yeah, so there's two places you could head up onto the roof from here. You have this ballroom, and then there's a second ballroom that in about an hour or so, Dr. Voss is supposed to be speaking at. But you have an hour before that happens to kind of mingle, do whatever you need to do in here. And see there are a lot of rich and famous people here. But what do you think that your characters would be doing over the next hour?
Yeah, I will try to track those celebrities that were supposed to be out of town. And see what they have to say.
Okay, yeah, you go and uh, approach uh, artist who is supposed to be they are a fine artist. They have sold some paintings for millions of dollars, and they are supposed to be on a yacht somewhere in Greece. But you see that they are standing with a small entourage that they're all busy chatting around the champagne tower. And yeah, as you approach, he seems to be having a grand old time, probably quite drunk already. music sucks tonight, but this is in Marvel Sleepy Mix.
Yeah, I'll approach the group, say, good evening.
Yeah, the artist turns to you and goes, "Oh, evening. A very nice suit you have there. Oh," and then he kind of looks you in the eye and is a little bit taken aback. I, sorry, I didn't mean to stare. See out of those.
Sorry, say the last part again.
You see out of those. Points
I
to your
do, but what I not entirely sure is how did you hear if I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in Greece.
yeah, you see, kind of freezes for a second, and then says, "Oh no, we moved some things around. Ended up getting an earlier flight. Sorry, do I know you?
I work security, and what matters is that I know you.
Yeah, you can give me another vigilance check as you're uh, you know, to get like a reading on his that heart rate and things.
Oh, 18.
Yeah, you see he immediately like there's a bead of sweat rolls down as he says, well, I'm sure you would have no business with me. I'm just an artist. I do paintings. Oh, and then he looks at the rest of them, almost unsure as to if he actually does paint. There's definitely something up with this guy. It's not who he says he is.
Well, as much as I'm aware of what you do, you were not on the list. Are you even sure of what you are? You seem a bit distraught.
Yeah, he's gonna say, "Oh, uh, you know," and then he's going to like he almost starts putting his hands up, but he's gonna back up into the champagne tower and knock out one of the glasses as the he causes the entire champagne tower to just come crashing down. It it nearly crushes some celebrities. There is a massive crashing sound as champagne spills out all over the floor, and he tries to use that to disappear into the crowd as he like starts trying to move away from you. You can clearly track him, but there is a champagne tower falling on you, and Juggernaut, you are definitely going to get blamed for that uh, if you don't go and uh, stop whoever is causing trouble. But yeah, and Karnak, you would see this across the room clearly. The the champagne tower falling as he starts trying to get into the crowd.
Am I like in contact with Juggernaut? Like, are we? Like, running security together, or just specifically for the doctor, and he's just the event itself?
Yeah, he's working for the event, you're working for the doctor, but you probably have communicated with the security working this event. Like you, those are probably some of the first faces that you scan. But you would definitely like Juggernaut. It's up to you what you definitely be able to contact.
Yeah, I'll use the communication device and tell Juggernaut to, well, the description of the guy, and then I'll tell the person, please, don't need to make this any more embarrassing than it is. Just follow me.
Yeah, he's just as the chaos erupts, you try to step into the crowd. So are you trying to go after him? He's
Yeah,
like,
I'm following him.
okay,
Juggernaut away! Make way!
hey, Juggernaut kind of clearing the crowd. You can all give me a vigilance check, actually, but it's cool. Go back to you.
Wait a second. Seems I don't have control over Juggernaut, or at least not his sheet.
That's weird. Six.
Both you meant Karlak and Juggernaut?
All of
Okay.
you. Sorry, I thought it already. You should be able to control the Juggernaut. And I can put them down here. Wow. We should totally. Yeah, that's clearly the champagne tower. It's not quite close enough. Um, yeah, as the guy has started rushing into the crowd. What were those rolls?
Karnak got a marble.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so Aguilar, you go after him into the crowd, and with an 18, like you have got him scanned, but as he moves into the crowd, you move two people aside, and then he's gone. He's just it's like he vanished into thin air. But Karnak, you notice that as he steps between the two people that Aguilar would have to move out of the way, you see him like in this chaos, you see him shift and completely shapeshift his form into a like another random person on the dance floor that he like moves into the panicking crowd. See it from across the room, but Aguilar, even with an 18, you step through and he has disappeared. Juggernaut, you are like you are by the champagne tower and people are going, oh look, oh, I bet it was him. So, yeah, you've lost sight of the guy for now, Aguilar, but Karnak, you've still got visual on him. You see him heading with the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, Karnak would like to swiftly just make his way and appear in front of the guy trying to run away. Or at least come near him, I guess.
Yeah, you make your way also through the crowds and yeah, just make a much more efficient path than he's taking to get to him as you cut him off, and you cut him off just as he's made his way into the second ballroom, which is on the other side of this room. I'm going to move us there because that's where this will take place. As this guy and can't manage to intercept what Juggernaut and Aguilar down at the bottom of the map. But you guys are just on the other side of the room, basically.
Yeah, if I can't find him, I'll just keep looking and make my way towards the doctor to stay within her vicinity.
Yeah, you may see what's about to happen between Karnak and the guy, but
Basic Karnak would just appear in front of him, look him dead in the eyes, and just say, "Your little illusions don't work on me, little boy. Now sit." And I sweep his legs. So all of a sudden he just is seeing the ceiling.
okay, you make an attack.
If I need to, yes, but I don't want to hurt him. I guess just want to get him down.
Yeah, that's fine, but you've probably got leg sweep, right? It'll be
Yep.
yeah.
Another
Oh,
one.
so what happens on a marble again?
He's stunned for 1 round.
Amazing. Okay, so yeah, you just you see he's like looking over his shoulder, like trying to make sure that Akbar's not following him, and then kind of bumps into you, and before he can say anything, he is on his ass, looking up at the chandelier, as you said, and just looks like dazed and confused. What? No, wait. Who are you?
Someone who can see through your little tricks. Who are you? And what do you want?
Nobody. The crowd around you will start to disperse as you've kind of dropped him onto the ground. So Aguilar and Juggernaut, you would both see that you would both see this altercation happen.
Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter to me who you are. I'm gonna grab him by his, I guess, suit or whatever, and I slide him to the floor towards the big bodyguards. Move closer to them and then just tell them, well, he's the one you're looking for. Next time, try to be a little bit quicker. Otherwise, he might would have escaped.
Yeah, Aguilar, you look at this guy and it's a totally different guy. It's but you can see he is sweating. His heart is like racing. He definitely seems guilty, but different dude.
Can I see if Karnak is lying? Just try to figure it out. No, it's not 100%.
Yeah, I mean you can make an ego check or something. Maybe a vigilance. Actually, you've got heightened senses, so
Yeah.
as accurate as a lie detector.
Though not invisible in court.
Yeah, but also
Oh my
I
god!
okay, yeah. So with the 616. I mean, you can definitely read Karnak, which honestly you would need a 616 to be able to read Karnak of all people. You can tell your scanners pick up his hands actually classified as weapons, and it, you you're not sure what that means for a second, and then uh, your own internal cybernetics will bring up who this is as yeah, you know that he was born into like a family of inhuman, like I maybe remind me, I can't remember now. He was part of the royal house of Aegon, which are the
Like
inhuman
Black
royal.
Bolt is the king, or is it
Yeah,
someone else?
It's Blood Bowl.
it's like it's like right hand man for a while, or it was his philosopher at least. He's like, um, but the fact that he's here, you would also know is kind of strange. You've heard some rumors. And I'll say with the 616, you've heard rumors that um, something happened on Atlan recently with the Fantastic Four, and this is, you get the impression maybe he's here to investigate something like that, but maybe there's more to the job that you've taken than you thought there was.
Yeah,
But
look
this
at
man,
Karn. Yeah,
yeah, sorry, the last thing is that you can tell that uh, with a 616, you can tell that this is the same guy you were looking for, but he is completely shapeshifted, like on a biological level. It's not just an illusion.
yeah. I'll take a step forward and look at Karnak and say, "Do not expect royalty, but appreciate the help nevertheless."
Well, whenever a new human is born, it's expected of us to see if it's one of our own. I don't think you need it. We don't want to pest around these places. At least not now. You see fit that whoever this dude is, you find out as much as you can. And please next time try not to lose the sight of those you're chasing. You need to broaden your eyes.
Yeah, we'll ignore his last comment and look at Juggernaut and say, "Do you mind grabbing him? Perhaps he'll be more cooperative in your hands." Clearly, he wasn't with mine.
Sure, you gotta answer for the disturbance yesterday.
See Kingpin making his way over, like to reprimand you, and hears Juggernaut say that, and just stops, sort of fixes his suit, and says, "Good, throw him off the roof for all I care. The doctor is about to make her speech. Want any more rough housing in the ballroom, do we?" And he just sort of turns away and puts a hand on Dr. Voss's back as she looks a little bit surprised, but will get up and start making her way to the stage.
Yeah, I'll nod to Juggernaut and then make my way to a position not far from the doctor.
Product would find one of those pillars and he would hide behind them. And we, like for someone who doesn't know him, it would look like he's just sleeping. but he'd just be observing everything and listening as well.
And Juggernaut, what do you? I mean, you've got this guy kind of like in your custody, but what are you going to do with him? Are you going to stay and watch the speech, or are you going to throw him out?
I'm just gonna basically just put him under like my arm and be like, "You're going outside after the speech."
Okay. So yeah, we'll say he is. So he's not prone anymore, but he's grappled. And if that will make any difference. So yeah, as sorry, the music is really bugging me. Yeah, as you all go, take your positions around the room will quieten down as someone will come out to introduce Dr. Boss, and she will walk out as someone wheels. You can't see what it is. I mean, it's covered in like a black veil as she goes up to the mic and introduces herself. I really wish I'd written a whole speech for myself to read, but she doesn't have one, so is going to. Yeah, she thanks everyone for being here, and starts to introduce this new foundation they have been working on. And she says, "We have been hard at work for a couple of years now, and I know that there have been some rumors that there was some uh, failures in the experimentation, but I assure you, we have worked out almost all of the kinks, and today I'm happy to unveil our latest discovery." And she pulls the cloth, and you will see that there is what looks like a gem. It, everyone actually can make a logic check on this one. Logic, logical eco, yes. Like you would have double edge. As she reveals this, what looks like a crystal, but it is it's kind of purple, and it has this like the core of it looks like black. Okay. Karnak, I did say you have double edge.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said regular.
I
I misheard that.
Okay, so Aguilar, you when you see that thing, your like your scanners will pick it up, and with a fantastic, you see that they start reading it. Trying to think. Yeah, we don't don't know anything about Aguilar, but you would start reading it as a symbiote. Is how your senses would pick it up. So maybe Aguilar's encountered symbiotes before, maybe in the recent symbiote takeover. But
I think that's probably the only time he would encounter them. Yeah. Maybe that's why I got a fantastic failure and not a success.
yeah, exactly. This is a fantastic failure, but you are recognizing it as a symbiote. The other two, you recognize that this is very magical looking crystal. Juggernaut, you know you've got the what's it called, the crimson
Gem of
gem
something.
of something, gem of Sanara. What's it called? Yeah, the crimson gem of Cyterac. I never had to say that word out loud. Um, I read it a million times, but never said it out loud. You recognize that that is some sort of a highly powerful gem, and Karnak, you recognize that it is a Terrigen crystal, but not one like you've seen before. This is it looks almost like a corrupted Terrigen crystal. If you need help knowing what a Terrigen crystal is, let me know. But yeah, that is what you recognize. All of you immediately recognize that what she has just unveiled is a very dangerous, like, artifact to have on stage, and she seems very proud that they've managed to do something with it. But that's like, yeah, alarm bells going off for the three of you.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to be in our possession? Like all of them? Aren't we supposed to guard them? Like the Inhumans?
Yeah, I mean, here on Earth, it's a bit of a fuck up because they like tear into the water supply, and so Inhumans started popping up everywhere. But yeah, that also you would typically know that they are green. Like the yeah, she shouldn't have one. You're right in assuming that is like Atalan would be very angry that she has such a thing, and also would probably like they'd call in a bomb squad for what she's got there. That's if that thing goes off, there's no telling what it could do to people. You see that there's like a blackened core, mm, like on the inside, and it's this dark purple gem. At this point, as she begins to explain, she says, and our new branch of the Life Foundation, we will be able to finally, and the mic cuts out as all of the lights go off. And have a million lights on the map.
Well, they're incorrect.
Yeah, almost all of the lights uh, suddenly go out as the mic cuts out. Aguilar, I mean, night vision goes on. You can immediately hear her next to you, just going, what's going on? And I'm going to ask everyone to roll for initiative as the crowd and the guy under your arm, Juggernaut, suddenly the people start moving, and we're only going to be able to see the people that are enemies on this map. But we're going to say that they will be able to. I'll, I'll give it a mechanic as we, but unfortunately, this might. So it's really gonna reveal the names. Oh wait, can you see these rolls?
No,
Nope.
Oh, sick. Okay, maybe I can keep it hidden for a second. I was like,
we can see the art of the creatures though in the initiative
oh, okay,
counter.
yeah, I figured. Uh, that's what I didn't have enough time to actually set up. But doesn't matter. You're gonna figure out any second now as Juggernaut, the man under your arm, begins to shapeshift again, and uh, yeah, you see as he's kind of moving, his arm is. It's like he's getting bigger in your arm, and he is going to use a reaction to slip free of your grasp as he like a wet noodle slips out of your grasp onto the ground, and it looks like he's about to either run or attack you, but he's just fallen on the ground at your feet. What are you gonna do? It's dark in here as well. Point out. So I don't know if your characters have anything for that, but
Oh well, you don't want to stay there. You don't. You want to run for Juggernaut. Then you're gonna get smashed.
Oh god.
Bro is gone.
Bro, is
haha, you can't catch me. Oh. That is a KO, but also, but yeah. So you all hear on the other side of the room this explosion of the crunching of bones and the ground shattering around as the Juggernaut creates a small crater where this guy was standing, and his crumpled body lies at the bottom of it as it transforms back into the form of a scroll. And it's very dark, so other people aren't seeing this right now. But Juggernaut, as you lift your fist, it's like there's there's a weird little green alien underneath.
Oh my god. Oh no, wizards. Gotta run up. Just runs up. Careful, Doctor. Careful, miss. There may be wizards here that is out to kidnap you. Or do evil wizard things.
Okay, so you go charging through the dark. I'm gonna say you can make a vigilance check to avoid trampling all the other people in here, as this room is full of celebrities and other.
And now watch me just get 3 ones.
Damn.
Oh, okay, yeah, like an actual bull in a china shop. I don't know if you saw that Mythbusters episode, but you managed to avoid knocking over any tables or trampling anyone unless you wish to, as you get up to the stage and um, issue this warning. You will see that I think that will take us on to Aguilar, as you'll probably see him coming in as well.
Yeah, well, approach the doctor and say, Dr. Ross, I'm afraid we have to cut your speech short. It's not safe at the moment. He'll, with one hand, pull out his like revolver, and with the other, we will extend to her to help her off the stage. And I'll, yeah, if anyone just charges at her or me, I'll shoot him. But I'll end my turn here because I don't see any other alien.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can make a vigilance check to see if you notice anyone rushing towards you. It is dark, so I don't know. Has your guy got night vision? Would imagine.
Well, if it makes me like blinded, then it can compensate for it. So I would say yeah.
But I mean, forget about the description
Oh
on that
yeah.
now. Like, what is the character that you're envisioning?
Yeah, it's definitely like night vision.
Kind of all good you've got. Oh, actually, I gave you dark vision.
Yeah, I can see normal now. I assumed everyone can see like me.
That's
Wait,
yeah.
I'll make a vigilance check. It's a horrid roll. It's much better now. 15 marble.
Okay, yeah, you see people moving through the crowd, and you see one of the waitresses that is holding a tray. You see her kind of put the tray down. She looks like she's kind of skulking through the darkness. It looks like she's about to rush as, yeah, as you see her take a step forward, you'll notice that this one is about to run at you.
Then I will I'll start guiding. Actually, doctor. I'll return here and fire at the waitress. Let's start with a nice double tap. Oh wait, you're talking about the waitress to the left, or
Yeah, to the left.
okay? Just another one appeared, so I wasn't sure.
I'm trying to put some action.
There we go.
This is the fanciest motherfuckers I.
Well, she'll take 42 damage. Fire 2 shots at her.
Yeah, so yeah, there's some other people in here. You said 42 points now.
Yeah.
Okay, as yeah, she takes that hit. You see there is a splatter of scroll blood over some of the celebrities, but she keeps on moving. As we go, I assume that is your turn.
That is my turn, yes.
Okay, then it is going to be scrolls. Oh, that is not. And then yeah, she is going to rush at you.
As
And
she is rushing, I'll use my reaction, as I have fast hands,
okay, well,
and I'll double tap her again.
okay, well, yeah. Thanks for saying that when I clearly gave you a full extra action. But yeah,
Yeah, there we go. 17
yeah,
for 30 damage.
okay. Yeah, you shoot her again, but she's dead. Well, that's oh, actually no. Well, damage reduction keeps her up. Yeah. So you see, she is going to pull out a gun as well and try and double tap you.
Then I will slow motion dodge if she's trying to shoot me.
There's a 13 in.
13 will not hit me. And I'll
Okay.
use my last reaction. Save 3. Wait, you got a 6. I'll use point blank parry. And she missed me with her. She missed me. And she's close enough. Oh, that's a horrible
No,
roll.
it'll be enough damage. So
18. But she'll take less.
yeah, that's enough. As yeah, you see her rushing through the crowd, and Aguilar just fires 2 shots. One hits her at the shoulder, the like in both shoulders. But as she manages to fire one shot, you dodge out of the way, and yeah, how do you finish off?
Yeah, like I kept shooting and she kept running. I just when she shot, I dodged and just left one in the head. She drops, and I'll just quickly reload. Well, this happens. Well, after she falls on the ground.
Nice, as she turns back into a scroll. Got you.
It kind of would probably be capable of seeing through these scrolls, right? Should have roll vigilance for it.
No, that you can't see through a scroll disguise. Otherwise, you would have when you rolled before. But I mean, you may be able to assess their behavior. Like they do seem to be going for Dr. Voss, I will say. So if you want to try and like like he was doing, like, the way you phrased it made me think you were trying to like tell which one is in disguise, but you can't. It's they biologically have shapeshifted. So it looks like some of the staff here is attacking the stage. There's chaos as well. I should point out the power's gone out. People are getting up. People are walking all over the place. Like I should fill this thing with celebrities and like civilians to the point that our machines would explode. So it is very difficult to see. But yeah, if you're trying to go for one of the people running the stage, then you can make a vigilant.
Right? Karnak will be mostly interested in the urgent crystal, so he's gonna move his way like probably around here and keep a close eye that nothing touches the crystal or comes close to it. Basically.
So the crystal's right on the stage next to Dr. Boss. So if
Probably here, I guess.
she was just revealing it there. So yeah, you go up to it. Yeah, the others will see Karnak also approaching the crystal. Hard to tell at this point, but uh, you haven't actually touched it or anything. So are you just standing guard? You're kind of waiting for anyone that might be running it.
Yep, and he's gonna just activate his defense stance to be on the ready if anything comes. But also, he's interested in a crystal, so I don't know. He might want to take it himself as well, but see about that. He appreciate crystal being with humans.
And you can try and take it that everything is dark. This would be a perfect opportunity to steal it.
Yes, why not? um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he didn't really steal it. He just take it. I mean, that's technically stealing. I'm retarded. But yeah.
Okay. Well, as you grab a hold of it, you realize that Dr. Boss has already got her hands on it as well. As you feel like some resistance, and she goes, "No, they're coming for the crystal!" And as she says that, Karnak, uh, I need to double check. Okay, she. Karnak, you get.
Blast at
Um, I, I will say, yeah, she's trying to make you get away. Also, with the fantastic, she's actually going to knock you back. You won't take that damage, but you are going to get um like pushed back against the wall and high up. She's basically going to. You'll feel like a telekinetic push blast you. You're going to be like up here, like on the.
Okay. Okay, doctor.
You see a flash of light like from her eyes, and it seems like she just telekinetically shoved you back. But you are sorry. You get a condition. No, this makes sense. We're going to say you are currently restrained up there, as if it was like a webcasting
Understood.
paralyzed. That's the one. You can make a reaction to try and and escape as she joins the initiative.
Oh, that's what we'll do. It would be logic or melee to escape.
Logic first.
Yeah, we're not going to be having fun here.
Okay. Oh yeah, could probably make an argument for ego, but right now you're being pinned against the wall by this strange power, and she seems to be holding onto the crystal. As
Oh, that's fine.
as that
I can do it right now.
then yeah, that there is light sort of shining from her eyes now that you see coming from the stage as one of these figures rushes the stage and is going to run in right for her, one of the other waitresses. And oh, actually, yeah, no, she will. And she is going to attempt a double tap. No, actually, she's not. She's trying to grab the doctor. Okay, which she does. The doctor is grappled. And then the waitress picks up the doctor and moves one whole space as she starts dragging her off the stage, and that's all the movement there. But yeah, you see she's getting taken here as Juggernaut. You're right there, ready to protect her, but she is grabbing the doctor, so it may be hard to just smash.
Oh well. Then it's time to clobber them.
Okay, but as I just said, she's grappled, so do you not care which one you hit? Because
I do
otherwise,
care.
I do. Yeah, then you'll have a trouble on that one. Okay, yeah, 18 still enough. You land the hit. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, just that is a massive damage to.
Get away from her.
Okay, yeah. Juggernaut trying to split these two apart as that the doctor is screaming, and Aquila, what are you gonna do?
Walk right here and point the gun to the waitress's head and click the trigger. I will not aim at Voss, so I will take the trouble. But I will make a headshot attack. 14 to hit the scroll.
14 hits.
She'll take double that, because headshot deals double damage on a normal hit.
Oh, that is just enough to take her down. Oh, God.
Well, yeah, that's it.
So was that
Yeah.
you added a trouble? I think you've got you supposed to have an edge on headshots. Isn't that your second?
Headshot gives but headshot has trouble like at the beginning, like normally, so you just
Or,
cancel it out.
Okay, nice. So you take that boss is not grappled anymore. Managed to keep the scrolls off of him.
Yeah, I'll just say doctor will need to leave now and end my turn.
Yeah, she's going to again lift her hands and just say, "Get the hell away from me!" As she's holding this, she doesn't know what's going on around her. It's very dark, and you can see that her powers are unstable. Oh shit! I keep forgetting that you can't see any of my rolls. She was rolling, but you don't know what that one means. Okay, yeah, as you are like reaching up to the stage to try and help her, the ground underneath you is going to give way as the carpet almost becomes like quicksand, and she's going to make an attack against everyone in the room. Attack as if a 15 beats your logic, you are going to be prone as you become swallowed by the floor itself. Uh, Everyone other than Karnak, because Karnak, you're up on the wall already. But everyone else,
Definitely.
the floor starts melting and you start getting sucked into the ground. As she's going to run across it, and it looks like she's running on like stepping stones. Like the floor is solid for her, but as she's running, um, it's melting around. That's fine. Okay. Then the scrolls, you will see there are more people moving amongst the crowd, and all the nature decent. Oh, okay. Yeah, uh, you don't see any more scrolls in the crowd, but you do see that as Dr. Voss is running into the crowd, there are a lot of people around her. Like, if there is another scroll in there, um, they are probably close enough to grab her any second. But she seems to be panicking. So, Anna, as you are up top there, what are you gonna try and do?
Well, can escape first before I can do anything. Or at least try to.
Have you got in a minute? We've got some way that you can describe how he's doing this. We could make an argument for a different kind of role.
I'm still telepathically. Oh,
Yeah, but it's not necessarily, it's not specifically the telepathy power. So I'd say you can make an argument for something else. But I mean, you are pressed up against the wall. It's like gravity is pulling you like you're falling against the wall, like you're lying against.
Yeah, basically, Karnak just gonna start smashing the wall behind him in order to put himself deeper and deeper. And then he's gonna hope that he can use the debris that is flying to kind of send it towards her to break her concentration a little bit, at least. Not to hit her, but just to like make her harder.
You can make a you can make a melee check there to try and punch your way into the wall, which yeah, Karnak would know. Or yeah, pretty difficult. You you start punching, but it's going to take a while to break through this first layer of plaster. Like you're in an archway, which is very well secured, apparently.
Yeah. Gonna use my second reaction to do the same. Just gonna be a little bit smarter this time, hopefully. Nope, still fucking
You
struggling.
were a little bit smarter.
Still struggling. That's all I can do for now.
Yeah, so I'll say with the failure, as you are trying to break through it, you will see the curtains just sort of flapping back and forth, but it doesn't look like you're going to be able to smash this. But I will say you realize as you're doing this that if you're able to punch yourself into this hole, just breaking line of sight might be enough uh, to stop her power.
Makes sense. That's a good thing to know. For the next turn, at least.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, those were your reactions to do that. So you still got your standard action.
Oh, true. Oh, we're gonna do it again, and hopefully not gonna suck this time. Oh, a lot better.
Okay, yeah, as it's taken a while, but you finally break through, and there is a hollow um, on the other side of that, as you manage to climb in, break line of sight, and lose the condition. As yeah, you break her concentration on that.
Like he's gonna just cough in a bunch of smoke. He's gonna look up, and then he's just gonna jump down, I guess. But that's all he can do for now, at least. Just gonna put myself to the ground here, I guess.
You land like you just splash down uh, into a pool. And you're all in carpet quicksand.
Oh god.
I mean, you jump down. Look, so then at the end of the round here, the there is the scroll turn there. You are going to see what? Not like that. You see Kingpin kind of heading to try and help Dr. Voss, as well as another rich-looking old man, as the three of them like move in together. You see another one of the hostesses approach her and sort of take her by the arm, as there is a crowd down there. Juggernaut, we go to you. They are all like all of those people. They are also moving through the sludge that is the ground now.
Oh no. Damn wizard. Now the question is, can I fight against this? Or rather, how do I fight against it?
You're essentially not prone by this, but you are able to move for now. It's just Yeah, you will have to get up from prone, so that'll be the extra movement that you spend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can continue to move, just wading through the ground at this point. If you have a swim speed, I'd say that also will probably help you. But
I
think
have a swim
Juggernaut-
speed. I do have a swim speed.
well, I suppose everyone has a swim speed. Or does he have a specific swimming power?
I don't know where it comes from.
How much is it? 3?
3.
Then it's normal, like everyone.
Oh well, swim. And it seems the mayor is the wizard. Hmm. Is she not the one that cast that caused the thing to?
No, I was saying that Kingpin is the mayor, not. not
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's Voss that is.
Boss is a doctor, but she was the one giving the speech.
Is she also the one that caused the ground to basically become weird?
Yes. Yeah, you can tell that there's some sort of power. It looks like her crystal is malfunctioning and she's having an episode.
Oh well. Then I'm gonna try to grab the crystal.
Yeah, you can try and grab it here. Check, that would be a melee check, I guess. Try and wrestle it away from her. Oh, okay, yeah, you managed to get a hand on the crystal, and she will use her reaction to try and push you back like she did to Karlak. I mean, Karlak. Karlak's not here. Karnak. Yeah, 17 probably beats your logic defense.
By a
Although-
lot, yes.
Okay, so yeah, she's going to try and push you back, but I will say you have a reaction that might help you.
Yes, because I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I do not move. People. It's people that moves, not me.
And but yeah, you manage to keep a hand on it as you feel this immense force pushing you back, but it feels like Charles's telepathy, and you're just extra motivated to stay where you are. That was her reaction. So uh, you have got a hand on the crystal. I will say we're gonna make it actually. It'll work like a disarm check. So I'll say Juggernaut, you were able to get the crystal out of her hands. Like she's not gonna be able to. Um, like she doesn't have the strength to take it away from you. Is that going to be your turn here?
Yes.
You see that there is a crowd around Dr. Boss. Juggernaut has just taken the crystal out of her hand, and she seems very upset about it. But the floor looks like that scene in
Nightmare
Fear and
on Elm
Loathing in
Street.
Las Vegas. Maybe, but in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, with the floors coming to life. It's
Well,
exactly that.
get up and get on the stage. Oh, I see Juggernaut grab the crystal. I don't seem to do anything with it, so I'll hop onto the table. As long as the table is stable.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's not completely stable. It is melting into the ground, but the actual tabletop is solid.
And well, I'll see if anyone is. I'll just do nothing and like hold my yeah, essentially do nothing. And if anyone's trying to grab the crystal away from Juggernaut, that's not like the doctor or something. Then I might react, but other than that, I'll just watch and see what happens.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That can I ask why he seems to trust that hostess and not the others?
Not the not the hostess. It says that Juggernaut is holding it, and if anyone
No,
else,
no,
if
I
anyone
know.
else,
No. As we go to her turn, yeah, she is very upset at what Juggernaut has done, and she's going to use power again. Uh, uh, oh, forgot to change the name in that one. A 14 against your melee defense, everyone. Not
14.
not
I'm fine.
sorry,
I'm
not
fine.
Uh, okay, so Aguila, the table that you are standing on, and Juggernaut's also on the table. It looks like. The tables are going to start to lift off of the ground, and you're no longer sinking into the ground, but you are floating on these tables. That it seems all the tables in the room are lifting up into the air, and it's going to be her turn as we we go on. Yeah, just double check something. Yeah, as you see the little crowd that has gathered around her starts trying to shelter her, and um, you'll hear the other rich guy just going, "Come on, love, we'll get you to the VIP room," and they start making their way out of the room. They are, yeah, they seem to be heading towards a VIP safe room, apparently. Karnak, you're in the melty floor. What do you do?
Oh, that's a big mistake for me. But, wait. Can Carmack try just jumping on these tables from one to another in order to get what he needs to get?
Hell yeah! You can give me an agility check, and you'll have edge if you know free running. You have the free run. Oh,
I think
hell yeah! Oh, don't need it. Yeah, he does a full-on little platforming section, now hopping across the tables above the crowd, like the crowds that are getting sucked into the floor.
Oh shit. The crowd. Yeah. Is anyone around Karma still like going like probably is rounding, right?
Yeah, they're not quite drowning, but it does look like quicksand. Like a lot of them are up to their waists. They probably will be soon.
Great. We need to go where we need to go. shit, not really there. Sorry, into the stable where the Juggernaut is.
Yeah, that's okay. We can say, as you said, you are hopping between tables. So
No, I could get up to here and just surprise them with my action and my movement.
okay, you're standing on it. Can you see that
Oh.
NPC?
Charles, wait. I don't want to stand on the poor lad. But yeah, basically I'll just start jumping from one table to another, get in between Juggernaut's legs, jump in front of them and just look at them. You can go. Leave the stone with me.
Sorry, who are you saying that to? To Juggernaut?
No, to the doctor. Lara was.
Because I don't have it. That big brute took it.
Shit. I've mistaken.
Yes, you see, she's like trying to pull away from the people that are now trying to lead her to the safe room, as she's like protesting, and she goes, "No, I need it back." But yeah, you can see that Juggernaut is the one holding it.
My bad then. Well, that's fine. I'm just sit there bewildered because I'm a dumbass. That's about it.
Okay, that's cool. As yeah, I mean, if no one else, yeah, as we go to the top of the round, are you guys going to try and stop that little group from heading to the VIP room, or are you going to try and help some civilians or something? Or because unless you're going to try and physically stop them, we can come out of combat and you can just tell me out of turn order.
This Juggernaut has the stone secured. Karnak would just look at the next best thing to do and just start hopping from table and just pulling people out and putting them on the table so they don't get fully sunk in, and starts trying to like create a sort of a bridge for them so they can kind of exit this room entirely.
Yeah, you can do that. I need to know, can I click end combat, or is anyone going after the group that's going to the VIP room?
It's going to tell Juggernaut that, well, we need to make sure that like, my mission is the project, not her, technically. So yeah, I'll say no, but I'll tell Juggernaut that we should probably. Damn, what did I?
Are you going to attack anyone in that group of this turn or
No.
not? No. Then we're out of combat. You can continue having that conversation and doing what you want to do. We're just they are going to the VIP room. So if you want to follow them, you can follow them. You're still in the same building, but the ground is melting, the tables are floating, and they are walking away. So you guys all in the room can still continue to act. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll look at Juggernaut to say, well, I know you have it, but it's still hers, so we at least should follow her.
Is she important to us? Not. Karnak would probably just go after, finishing with the trying to rescue as many of the civilians. Come at the Juggernaut and just extend his arm and that would be.
You can make
Come on, big
uh,
lad.
you can make an agility check for that to try and like hop across these tables, start helping people onto the table.
Oh, bad.
Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, you managed to save like most of this room, as now there are a lot of floating tables in the room with a bunch of celebrities on them, and like you have tied them together so you can basically like ship them towards the door over the liquid carpet.
Come on, big guy. I need you to pull the strings here. Juggernaut?
No one tells the Juggernaut what to do.
Many people do tell you what to do. Come on, don't be a hard ass. You get bonus if you save these people.
Oh, bonus. Sure. Start swimming around, just basically putting them up on his shoulders.
You just need to pull this rope. They're already saved. Just pull the rope, get them in the other room. They'll be fine.
Oh well, sure. Pull tiny rope.
And so Juggernaut, looking kind of like a hippo in water, just tows these floating tables along behind him, and yeah, there will be lots of photos of this, of as all the celebrities are climbing off at the front door and thanking him profusely, probably using him as a bit of a stepping stone to get down. You can see like there was some panic here, but people are trying to figure out what just happened. And it seems like if there were more scrolls here, they have stopped their attack. Also, are you still holding the gem, Juggernaut?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Juggernaut and Karnak, both get a point of karma. What does Aguilar do?
Honestly, probably stay as close as I can to Juggernaut if he is the. Yeah, because he's holding the crystal. Honestly, if he doesn't throw me off, I'll probably hop onto his shoulder.
Yeah, when we finish getting all the celebrities outside and safe and ready, and Karnak would just approach Juggernaut and extend his hand and just tell him, "Come on, lad. That gem doesn't belong to you. You probably don't even know what to do with it. Hand it over."
Smash the
Yeah,
gem.
oh, fair enough.
What did you say?
He said smash the gem.
Oh, no.
I was going to point
No.
my pistol at Kornak, but go ahead, Juggernaut. I can't stop you if I wanted to.
You smash the
He said smash the
Yes.
gem.
Yes.
Okay. How do you smash it? Like, are you throwing it on the ground or are you just crushing it in your hand?
I just take it like and just smacks my hands together.
Oh my god. Okay.
You
So
damned fool!
as you crush this gem and you clap, there is like it turns to dust in your hands just as it is shattered, and there's this like this poof of kind of glitter. It actually looks like you're adding to the Met Gala's um, sort of sparkly effect. But a bunch of celebrities get doused in this like pinkish purple mist, as do the three of you. And Juggernaut, when you pull your hands apart, they are sticky. Like you've got some sort of weird sticky stuff on your hand that is black as tar, and you see it is clinging to your hands, and it starts wrapping itself around your hands. And I need
Yeah,
all of you
ego
to
check.
please, yeah, make an ego check.
Karnak would just look at the big guy and just freaking
That's
bloody
fine.
idiot. You know what you have just done?
I smashed the gem of the evil wizard.
You know, the one time I knew when we did the symbiote art, I had symbiote art for anyone who might want to put a symbiote, and Red Shot specifically. I tried so many when I don't have a fucking artwork for Juggernaut with a symbiote on.
I can give you one real quick, but I think it's
No, I mean, if I
yeah.
had the time, obviously I would have made for everyone, but yeah. But Juggernaut, yeah, which map to use here? Because anyway, yeah, Juggernaut, you start getting like covered in the symbiote that is like running up your arms and trying to take you over. As it does take you over, and
Yeah, I'll hop off his shoulder.
Yeah, did we fail the check?
did you fail? Karnak, you failed.
Okay, I'm gonna use a point of karma to try to reroll one. Just a real quick. That's alright.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. Karnak specifically didn't undergo the Terrigen transformation. That is a success then, as yeah, you managed to protect yourself from this mist, and Aguilar manages to jump off Juggernaut's shoulders, but that that mist is probably would have an effect on you if you were inhuman, especially. Um, but yeah, you can see it is definitely affecting at least two of the celebrities that got doused, and they are like currently turning to stone, crystallizing. It seems like the chrysalis is forming, and
Yeah.
a lot of photos being taken. But Juggernaut is becoming possessed by a symbiote in this moment. So yeah, what do you guys?
Is the mist still spreading, or it's like contained in one area?
No, it's pretty much contained, but it's like imagine Juggernaut had been holding a bag of flour and then
Or
smacked
just
it. There were
makes sense now. I understand.
Good we didn't bring any fire-based heroes.
Damn fool! We just condemned some people probably to death.
it was less like flour and more like it was a bag of glitter. It's
That's
just like
even worse.
little pink like sparkles raining down that it looks like it was part of the event, but Karnak, you know that if that gets on you, it's gonna be bad news.
I still try to save every single civilian to not get in like touch with that thing if I can with my speed, but if they're already fucked, then well, we're all fucked.
There'll be
It
like
doesn't.
two that have been affected that were standing right there, like they were just getting off of the ride when this happened. But I will say there's we'll go to this map so you get an idea of what you're looking at. There. So yeah, you are basically at the top of these stairs, yeah. So if you can think of anything that might be useful to try and protect these civilians, you might be able to use the environment a bit. Otherwise, yeah, how are you? Are you just trying to push them away?
No, I'd probably just use like the red carpet or something, or at least try to use the red carpet to basically remove the feet, remove the ground underneath them, so they'll fall back on their backs, and then I just start holding them all as much as I can on the carpet. Like screw it, if they get hurt, they get hurt. The most important thing is that don't get touched by the mist.
Okay, kind of could make a melee check then for that one. Just melee, like just whip the cop.
Both, you know.
Okay, yeah, you send people screaming, running away like as if it's anthrax.
Pretty much is. Almost.
Yeah, so people uh, start panicking and running, and you will see that there are some other uh, security team members that are rocking up here to try and figure out what is going on. As yeah, you see a guard running up that like he's got the same gear that Juggernaut was given, and he just goes, well done. Where are the VIPs?"
They're in a safe room. Get everybody out as far as away from here. This is not safe area, especially not with a big dumbass.
Wait, what? What safe room?
They went into one of the rooms on the side. The big guy was with them, with the doctor. He should be fine. It doesn't really matter right now. This is more important.
As you say that, uh, from like the rooftop, you're going to hear screaming as another waitress comes flying over the rooftop and crashes down onto the red carpet, just crunches and is instantly killed on impact as she transforms into a scroll that was just thrown off the roof. And the
Bloody
guard,
bastards.
we don't have a safe room, and they start running inside.
Well, since the Gemma was supposed to say, well, keep intact was just destroyed, and I would much rather not deal with Venom Juggernaut. I'll rush after the guards.
Karnak would go towards the two people that were affected by the mist. He'd quickly just incapacitate them and put them to sleep. And press them near the first, like a pillar or like a wall, so they can just sleep there because he wants to bring them to Attila. See what the
They
hell's
have
gonna
both.
happen to them.
They're starting to like to like the cocoon is starting to form around them. So Yeah, you sort of drag them off. They are not going to be running off anyway. you you drag them off and let them um put them somewhere safe where hopefully no one will notice them. But
After that, I'm just
Yeah.
following the robotic dude to see what the hell Squirrel wants.
now you will also be moving past the symbiote Juggernaut, which what do you think is happening here as the Juggernaut suddenly becomes? I will say that the symbiote that you are connected to is Sleeper, if that means anything to you.
Oh, the
You
cool one.
may want to look up what that will actually give you because I don't have it in Foundry right. But I'm not sure if it gives him any extra power. Uh, but what we're gonna say is that yeah, you have immediately like donned this the symbiote suit, and it has kind of yellow accents to it. But you are not like a mindless beast at this point. You will hear the symbiote talking to you, just going, "Oh, like this body, but we need to protect the doctor."
Why we protect the
Realize
wizard?
I don't believe they're wizards. They're aliens. Close enough.
So we should smash them.
They weren't here for me. They're here for her. And the symbiote will look up at the roof and just say, "Come on, big guy. We've got this." And is going to try and will you to like climb up onto the roof, basically going through the outside of the building.
Sleeper is the exact opposite of Juggernaut.
What you mean?
He's smaller, he's the sneakier one.
And now I shall show you how sneaky I am. As I just since he
Go
wants me
invisible.
to since he wants me to crawl up, I'm just gonna basically just hammer my fist into the wall and just start crawling up.
Where where are you hearing that is the sneaky one? What? Because
I
he
don't know, I
usually
just searched
Yeah.
Sleeper in the demi-plane just to see if he gets any extra abilities.
Yeah, sleeper can. So sleeper is usually takes the form of an animal, um, and is the protector of Dylan Brock.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
that's...
But the cool thing about Sleeper is, like when they fought the Maker, Sleeper was the one that finished him off by like getting the Maker covered in slobber, and then there's this badass line where Dylan Brock is like, "No, it's not slobber, that's napalm," and then they light it and set Maker on fire. So he basically has elemental control chemical powers, I believe, but he can produce any chemical. That's his thing. He can make napalm. He can make uh, any chemical. But also, actually, I guess I could give you the sleep. Pretty close. It's probably look.
Good shit.
So yeah, he's not always tiny like that. That form I feel like is pretty close to what Juggernaut looks like right now. climb to the top. And yeah, the others you said you were going in from underneath, right? You
Well, yeah. I cannot climb.
just mean you're also going to the rooftop.
Yeah.
Where? Then give me a second to put your tokens down. I will do so now. Okay. Let me know if everyone can see. I'm gonna take a second
Yes.
to get the menu.
I can see.
Yep.
Go to you guys. I'm setting it up. All right, sorry. Studio what's up here. You 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 run up and see that as you get to the rooftop, Kingpin is it seems to be standing in the middle of like a what was probably a dance floor earlier, but he seems to be the one that threw the scroll off the rooftop, and there is uh, Ilara is still, she seems kind of in a daze, and that light is still coming off of her, but the other man in the suit has got his arm around her neck and a gun to her head. It looks like Kingpin's about to try and beat the shit out of him, but Kingpin looks hurt. You can see that uh, he's like bleeding. Also, some other people up here. You see a hostess standing there watching the battle. There's another, what looks like a businessman kind of cowering in the corner, and a reporter that is taking pictures of the fight happening between Kingpin and apparently Charles Whitman.
Yeah. Aguilar will see it. Like jump off the edge, and as he does, he will fire at the pistol and try to disarm the guy.
Disarm
That
him.
will be disadvantage, but yeah, if he shooting, then
You want me to shoot on my turn, or
you can he'll kick things off with that. You can make it,
okay? So you said trouble.
because he's got the object grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Was meant to be. The weapon is destroyed.
Double marble.
yeah, he's like clearly taken her hostage and doesn't even realize that you're there. The gun just explodes in his hand. He's like looking at in bewilderment, trying to figure out what is going on. Here we go. Okay, so uh, Dr. Boss in the Marvel. Okay, did any of you guys get Marvels?
I did.
So, good luck. Jeez, I've really got to stop giving you freebies because the dice then just let you do the thing that
That I want.
you trust the mechanic. But yeah, then it'll be you up first.
What is a leap? I'll just straight up headshot the guy. Oh, he's still grabbing her. Yeah, I'll play it safe and just point the gun at him and yell at him, drop her, or he will also fall to the ground very quick.
You can give me an ego check against it. Try and
Yeah.
intimidate him. As yeah, you did just blast the gun out of his hand. I'll say you've got an edge.
A 12. Oh, I should not have rolled the middle one. Actually, it would not have mattered. Yeah. 12.
Okay, you see a wicked sort of grin on his face as he just uh, smiles at you and seems to reach like towards his back, like he's got something um, behind his back, but he will, yeah, he'll start to reveal himself as a scroll. You can see his ears start going pointy and green, but he doesn't seem intimidated.
Well, it was my turn to do it, so I'll just use a reaction and fire at him. Let's use so many
What
reactions.
because his
Yeah, sorry.
narratively why? You threatened him, and then
He
I
said no.
described what his face looks like. He didn't say anything, but I mean, shoot him. But that's fine.
Oh yeah, I think the dropper and he didn't. So
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I just 16 hits.
it's for double that.
Okay, anyone else get a marvel?
Nope.
It's my turn again. Oh no, they have a turn. Right?
Yeah, she is like while she's being held here, she sees Juggernaut jumping up there, and she just goes, "No, no, what have you done? Not supposed to let him out." And she's going to just raise a hand from where she is and attack against Juggernaut. And that is going to 16 for. Oh, you are going to be blinded as she lifts a hand, and the like where on the symbiote where its eyes are, the symbiote kind of almost heals where the eye is, if that makes sense. Like it closes the eye socket with more symbiote, and you are just, yeah, completely blinded. And then these hostess. Okay, she's going to run in there as far as she can get. But yeah, you see her like scrambling to try and get up onto the stage. Karnak, I think we go to you. Oh no, that was a bonus. So I will go back to you.
I'll just fire at him again.
Execute him for no reasons.
I mean, no reason. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm shooting her now. 12
Yep.
to hit him, which will miss. The question is, does it hit her?
Yes. But it is agility. Yeah. That hits.
Yeah, agility.
Roll it then.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. As it hits her, she, she's looking badly hurt. She takes a shot. It's a bullet. What can I say? She's
Yeah.
still alive. Was not a lethal shot, but uh, as she lets out this sort of scream of pain, there'll be a pulse from around her as this is getting. But this is going to be against everybody. 15 against your melee defense.
Misses me.
I'm fine.
Just hits me.
Okay. Uh, once again, uh, the as she kind of lets out this scream, all of the plant life around you is going to kind of come to life, and it all goes for Kana, and you become like ensnared by it, basically entangled, and you are not prone.
Not again.
You're not paralyzed this time, but you are like, as you're kind of looking up, like, oh, I'm going to join them. All of those plants around you just suddenly jump down and cover your face. Was her reaction to getting shot? So I take it that was your turn.
Yeah, I passed it.
Then, as he is revealing himself, he will. Yeah, he doesn't have his gun, so he's going to use stealth steps as he takes her and is going to try and, like, his legs extend as he lifts up into the air and is going to step over this way. That? Yeah, you see the Karnak, the 2 feet kind of come through the foliage as he steps over there and still has her grab. As yeah, as Charles reveals himself. I'm just really making these in now. He will. You will see he looks kind of afraid when he sees Juggernaut as well, and as he seems to start heading that way, and then very quickly turns and looks like he's trying to get away with her. He says, "No, I will not be stopped. I must complete the mission." And ways. So, Juggernaut, we'll go to you. You're blind, and you can kind of hear that sound. But what are you gonna do?
Step towards the sound and try to grab him. Which I think
Yeah.
would be trouble.
No, he's up in the air, so if you're moving in towards the sound, you're much more likely to grab Karnak. But you can make a vigilance check with trouble to see if you can follow the sound.
That tracks.
With a 9, you run and you go underneath it. You like break through a lot of that plant life, so you're destroying the difficult terrain there. But he's on his stilt legs, like the Charles is walking up in the sky, so you kind of run between the legs, and so you get to here where you see a figure, and you believe that Karnak is Charles. So yeah, you can try and grab him, but this will be against.
That is sort of impressive.
Marvel success.
I think that is just enough to basically hit his defense.
It is.
I mean, if you're trying to grab him, it won't do damage, but yeah, you've got him pinned.
Perfect. I have him, and I'm like, Let me just think. When? Let me just think. I need to remember the events. Let's see. Did Agula disarm him before or after he was blinded? I think it
I want
was
this.
Before.
It was before.
Yeah, it was before. Did I'm like, let go of the girl, else I'm gonna squish you.
You fucking idiot! You have the wrong person. Stole my leg.
You do not fool Juggernaut. Your wizard can change your forms. Most likely also change voice.
Why do I even bother with this shit?
Charles goes, good idea, and is going to use his reaction to shapeshift into Carlo.
Perfect. I love it. Ah, okay, okay, perfect.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Oh well. You're not gonna get away from me. And witch, whatever you did to my eyes, fix it.
I did not do anything, you fucking big ass idiot. Knobhead.
yeah, at the start of her turn, that effect will wear off, and she will just let out a scream that is going to affect everyone again. Oh no, sorry, not. Oh yeah. Okay, this one is going to do damage. You know why? Juggernaut, it is going to be sonic damage that she's letting out a scream. So it is going to start sort of peeling the symbiote off of your face, and you can now see again. That's yeah. There's also getting again. Keep rolling fives. Yeah, the plants are going to continue trying to grab a hold of both of you, but because Juggernaut is immovable, there's it's not going to knock either of you prone. You're already kind of in it.
Understood.
He is not able to get out of his grasp. As the this hostess is going to run.
You're the DM. You can almost just say, "I re-roll." Like no one can't have two exact options, like one after another.
Sorry.
You can always just roll again. You don't have to use the same options one after another.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Not that interesting. That I felt it makes sense. You see her run across, and then Kingpin does that. Okay, fine. We go to you as we'll get to what's happening up top. And so,
Well, first, Carlo is gonna try to escape the grasp of the dig off. I don't know what happens.
That is enough.
Is it? But- Yeah, basically because he's contortionist, he's just gonna contort his leg to escape your grasp, pick himself up, dust himself off, and like, you dumbass, see the dude up there? That's the one you need. And actually, I can see, right?
You can see.
Can I try to kick the stilettos?
Yeah,
To like break them with a leg sweep?
yeah, definitely.
20. Could be not that good.
Yeah, definitely. It comes tumbling down.
But the damage is to stilettos, not to him, because I was targeting the wood. Catch the girl, big ass!
Wait, sorry, say that again. The damage is to what? Not. Huh?
2 stilettos. So like his wooden legs. If I know what stilettos are.
No, he doesn't have wooden legs.
Oh, I
His
thought
leg.
that those were. Oh,
No, no. The plants around you are being affected by her, like, sort of unstable powers. He has got. He's used like Mr. Fantastic stretchy legs. Is what he's.
Oh,
But you can
I
sweep
missed
those.
completely.
Yeah,
I thought
sorry.
he was using those big wooden things for you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
why it's called stilt steps, so that that's I understand the confusion, but no, he didn't pull out stilts. He has superpowers.
I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
Stiletto
yeah,
is either a knife or high heels.
Yeah, I don't know how it's called, those big as like circus legs or whatever.
Stilts. You are right. I mean, you were saying stiletto, but stilts is what the power is called. It's called stilt step. So
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry
you're
for
not.
the confusion.
Yeah, you're not that. But yeah, it, he can stretch his legs like extendable stilts.
Oh,
Pull out of there. Extendable stilts.
makes sense. Okay, his plasticity, I'm dumb. But yeah, then I'm just gonna ankle break him, trying to sweep his legs.
There's that
No.
full damage on a leg sweep. Regular damage. So in that case, that is just going to take him to -1 as you topple him holding Dr. Boss. How are you making him fall? As I imagine, yeah, you're approaching this like you are, like it is wood and you're felling a tree. How do you want to do this?
Pretty much after I get myself off the grasp of the big guy, just slide in and then do a 1-2 into his kneecaps just to bring them down. And I'll yell at the Juggernaut. Catch the girl, don't let him fall! As she's falling down with him.
Yeah, Juggernaut. You see her falling. Are you actually? Yeah, the symbiote would even also be like willing to try and help, but is Juggernaut going to try catching?
Yes, he will try to grab her, yes.
Also, you can make a melee check with an edge.
That dice is cocked.
Okay, with it, with the 20, how do you catch her as the stilt stepped man tumbles from the sky?
Well, how I catch her? Well, since I'm pretty big, just gonna grab on her Wrap to her basically like.
Also have a symbiote.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use the symbiote. It's like just extend like my hand and just create like a little you know the thing like you see with the firefighters, the little trampoline or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you lower her down to the ground on that, and as she is kind of sitting in the palm of your hand, uh, the symbiote is going to start to wrap itself around her instead. As you kind of place her down, you will see it leaves Juggernaut and starts to envelop her as you hear it going, oh, she's not well, but we can help her. And it starts moving onto her and trying to uh, trying to overtake Ilara Boss to stop her power from freaking. But as that is happening, that was a reaction from Juggernaut. Karnak, is that your turn?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, then Kingpin. Mm, yeah, Kingpin's probably going to try and uh, pull Juggernaut away, just try and like push you out of the way. Yeah, actually, you know what? Okay, it's Kingpin. He sees that you've just grabbed her and swallowed her with the symbiote. Gonna attack Juggernaut grappling technique. Does a 14 hit?
If it's melee, no.
Yes. He kind of like grabs a hold of you and just goes, "Let her go, you monster!" and tries to pull you back, but the symbiote kind of breaks free, and you're like, probably not resisting him much. He doesn't do much, doesn't do any damage as the symbiote goes onto her. He's just like trying to grab you from behind, yeah, just on your shoulders.
The Kingpin.
Yeah, he was like trying to pull you off of her, but now um doesn't really need to. But yeah, he was trying to do so. Like a normal person, that would have hurt badly, but you're just like, oh, something's tugging at me. And then Aguilar.
So I've decided to actually use my brain, actual brain, and no normal waitress would run into the danger. So I'm going to shoot her because she's probably a scroll.
And now, after the whole fight, then he's like, no, that one.
At this point, he failed his contract. He doesn't give a shit. He will stay that in America next time. As I'll do stopping power. Why not? I have a lot of abilities. I might as well use a few of them, and not only one of them. A 15 against the hostess.
And roll for damage. That certainly hits.
Kills a random civilian.
Just one type of random girl.
The only time. Yo, he killed.
What the fuck? Kill the poor girl.
You hit this poor girl on the head as you see that she was looking for something. She did run directly into danger, but I rolled on the civilian responses to crisis table, and it was that she was going to try and save any small animals caught in the crossfire. Yeah, she was looking for any small animals, and as she ran in there, naturally, you thought that must have been a scroll, and uh, painted the floor with her brains. The reporter standing right behind you immediately takes a photo with his reaction as he's just like, "Holy shit! They just murdered." He just saw Kingpin throw one of the hostesses off the roof, and then just watched the boss's bodyguard walk up and murder one of the others. Like, it's like, I don't know what Dr. Voss has against the hostesses at the Met Gala, but he, like, as he takes that picture, you kind of hear the click, and then he's frozen in fear as he realizes he may be next.
Yeah, if he looks at the picture, he will not see me because I'm imageless.
Shit.
So,
Oh wow, I did not think that was going to come up. That's one of those that I'm like, how often? Yeah, he has he thinks he has damning footage on you, but when he looks at the pictures later, we'll realize that you aren't in any of it. That's actually very cool.
yeah,
But
I'll
it's
end
nice.
my turn. Yeah, that's why I took it. But yeah, I'll end my turn on.
That's the only reason I kept this in combat order was to see if you would do. So thank you for indulging me. But with that,
Glad to press the big red button.
yeah, with the symbiote is going to doesn't copy her. Is going to retract into Dr. Voss and is going to stabilize her powers. She stops freaking out. The plants recede. The floor downstairs returns to a solid floor, and uh, yeah, apart from one murdered civilian, you have managed to save Dr. Voss.
Honestly, he's used to way more murdered civilians.
I mean,
So just one is not that bad.
Kingpin will certainly commend you. There's it's like, oh, may have worked for you. Yeah, what do you guys do as you see Dr. Voss her she's basically going to pass out here for the moment. She'll fall unconscious as um, Charles Whitmore is also revealed to be a Skrull. But you can see he is he's slightly more of a decorated, like he looks like he was the leader of this little group of Skrulls.
And symbiote is still on the doctor, right?
Yeah, but it seems to have like retracted. Like it doesn't look like she's wearing the symbiote suit. She looks normal again, but it seems to be doing its work from the inside. As she is no longer like her eyes aren't glowing anymore. The effects that were happening from her before have stopped, and she seems to have like gone to sleep. But she is sitting where Juggernaut put her down, and she seems alive.
This lot are far away from home. And Doctor has some nasty gems with her. They should probably bring her with me to Attilan and we can discuss what happens next. I'm sure you two won't have anything to say about that, right?
Yeah, Aguilar just goes and grabs whatever drink is on the table and downs it. Me, well, not personally. She, maybe. As far as I can see, as far as, well, my limited knowledge, I don't recall symbiotes doing anything with inhuman.
Well, I'm
Yes.
not concerned about the symbiote. More the gem that I'm concerned of.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Juggernaut turned into dust, so you no need to be concerned. It's gone.
Yes, but I still need to know where she got it from. And how did
We'll see.
the symbiote end up with the third Genesis crystal?
We'll see on Dr. Voss's face the symbiote start to kind of show itself. It just covers half of her face. She's still unconscious, but the symbiote kind of looks at you and says, "Yes, Atalan, the Black Tide is coming. I will explain all on the way." And it seems like the symbiote wants to follow Karnak's plan. Kingpin, however, is a little bit more confused, and he's just standing there going, "Would anyone mind telling me what is going on here? Is this something to do with the new foundation? Or it's just another New York thing?"
Well, might be a New York thing. As I said, not local, but whatever the gem was, has something to do with that inhuman then there, and there was a symbiote inside. Yeah, that's all I have.
So the gem is what gave her that power?
That I don't know. Maybe, but what does the symbiote being inside do? That beyond me. I shoot usually. I don't need to ask
Yes,
questions.
very good at it. Thank you. You helped us out tonight, and it might have some work for you in the future. But
Oh,
that's fine then. If you can take care of Dr. Moss, I think there's somewhere I need to be. And it's gonna start seeming like he's gonna leave. But yeah, he seems to do that after you mention um, oh yeah. Never mind.
You're
He
still
carries
here,
on.
big guy. I have a job with these two. You're gonna come with me. You're gonna explain everything to the king, what you saw, and then the king is gonna decide what to do with you.
This time you're addressing Juggernaut.
Both Juggernaut and the Aguilar.
you're saying that like out of character that she goes with you. That's what you said.
No, I'm
Like
saying
all of us will go with you.
I'm saying the kingpin can go do his job, but that you two are coming with me to Attila and
Oh
with the doctor as well.
no,
Yeah, well, you don't really have a choice.
What does Atalan pay for Juggernaut coming?
we'll see.
your
At
your
least
life,
that's a good question.
your life.
Hear the Juggernaut? He thinks he can take us both.
No one moves a Juggernaut. People moves when the Juggernaut moves.
If you want to take the
The
doctor,
bigger
go
they
ahead.
are,
But I think the two of us will be more problematic.
well, I've given you an easy option. If you want a hard one, well, I just say it's not gonna be painless. suit yourself. And Karnak's gonna go and pick up the Dr. Elara was and start moving.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say if you're trying to go to Atalan, maybe you just call Lockjaw. Yeah.
True.
Unless, yeah, you can. How else do you intend on taking the doctor out of here? You have an unconscious woman. You are standing on the roof of the Met Gala. I mean, I'd say you could call Lockjaw if you need a quick transport, but it's up to you. I don't have the Lockjaw stat block, but you can just have to leave.
Yeah. I'm just gonna I'm gonna whistle, and pretty much a portal's gonna open, and from it, the giant ass dog-like creature is gonna pop off. I'm gonna pet the dog. And he's probably gonna drool over me, but fuck it. I'm gonna place the doctor on it. I actually never knew. Can he actually transport others with him?
Yeah, if they're touching him.
Oh, not paid.
It's tiring. It's tiring for the dog. There's, but yeah, can move like an entire city if he really wants to. Also, it depends on the comic you're reading. Some Lockjaw is just like a big dog, and others is like, oh, let's move this planet.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. So I'm gonna look at those two and just ask them, "You guys coming?" I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, I'll mockingly bow and say, "No, Your Highness."
I understood your human sarcasms. Just disappeared.
Agula, you can add the tag enemy House of Aegon.
Okay.
Wanted for sarcasm.
I'm pretty sure all of New York is the enemy in that case.
Oh, that's our next. Oh, Atalan descends.
Oh,
New York versus Atalan.
I can just see it. So we're just gonna play what's called Avengers. It's just Atalan instead of the whatever they are called, the Krill Empire, whatever it's called. Close enough.
And Atalan is on the moon.
Not Atlantis, Atalan.
Wait a second. Oh, so they are the Watchers.
No, they're the Inhumans. The Inhuman world. They're on the
There,
moon.
there is no. He explained it. But this is all of the knowledge I have of them as well. I don't know anything about humans.
Atalan also has moved a lot in the comic. Like it's been destroyed. It's been. I've literally got art where it is a city hanging over New York. Like,
It
so,
is been moving all the place, I think. But it is also like I think it was on the moon at one point or something.
currently in this world, it's on the moon.
Yeah.
But it's invisible from the ground because there's a big dome on it. But I'm going with the Catalan as it was in the area that I'm sharing.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So then, is Juggernaut gonna pet the dog and get teleported, or is he staying?
I will say, I was actually thinking like, if Karnak was trying to like trick the Juggernaut to it, because I think he would actually be. Well, he is smart, but I think actually like it's just a dog.
Yeah, you finally see a dog big enough that would be good as the Juggernaut dog.
You know what? Juggernaut just gonna put his hand around and then say, "You are Juggernaut's dog now."
Yeah, Lockjaw lets out a bark, and you are all teleported to Atlan as Aguilar. You are left on the roof of the Met Gala with the bodies of a few aliens. A reporter that is quickly running away from you, thinking that he has some damning evidence. And this guy just says, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks. I didn't die. But what does Aguilar do? The dog teleports and they all just disappear.
He said enough weird shit for one day. He'll just leave, follow the guy that just went out, and just follow, just casually leave.
Okay, yeah. There will be a bank of police officers downstairs as the cops have arrived, and you'll probably have to sneak your way out unless you want to deal with them. But pretty easy to blend in with the crowds. There's somewhere in Atalan. Can you guys see this map?
I can't.
Nope, it's black.
This is like one of the first ones to set up, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Holy
yeah.
shit, it's big.
It's a city.
A giant ass city.
Oh, it's the Nazi city. It's the one
It's Nazi
on the
city.
dark side of the moon.
Fuck you, dude.
Everyone are Nazis.
What the fuck? Nazis anyway? That's like a Pink Floyd album.
Oh, God.
Iron Sky.
Maybe if it's a Death Star or something, I don't know.
Does that mean that we what's called the bolt gun throws him down into the shaft, and then he comes back in 6 movies or something, which is shit, and the 6th movie is shit.
No idea.
as they arrive in Atlan, and yeah, actually, I think that is where we're going to end tonight's session as Karnak brings Juggernaut and Dr. Voss to Atlan, and the chaos that will ensue there. We may see on another day as you arrive in the spaceport and see some familiar faces as you see some returning returning customers. Yeah.
Should have come with us, Oliver. Or Akila.
You hear a voice saying, "Oh, Karnak, back." There's another stretchy body moves over to you. But
Isn't this Dr. Reed?
that is where we play tonight's session. As yeah, the Thing and Juggernaut see each other. That's always going to be a fun combo.
That. Thank you for